Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my 7th lesson of D3 chapter number 7, exercise 7a. In this exercise, we will be learning how to draw graphs of different functions like quadratic, cubic and reciprocal functions. This is one of the most important concepts of your O-level examination, and you can easily secure some marks out of this without any effort. So I always ask it to my students to focus on the basic concepts from where you can easily get the marks. For example, the examiner can give you some of the table values of x and some values of y, and some values of y will be missing, and he will be asking you to complete the table so you can get 2 marks out for those. And sometimes he gives simply the values of x, and he asks the candidate to find the values of y, so you can secure the marks by calculation and by inserting values in the given function. And then there must be some scale given in the question. You can draw axis for that, according to that, and you can get some marks. So please must focus on this concept. Let's move to question number 7. And question 7 says that using the scale 4 centimeter equals to 1 unit, 4 centimeter equals to 1 unit on both axes, we have to draw the graph of y equals to minus 2 by x minus 1 for x lies between half and 4. And after drawing the graph, we have to find the value of y when x is 2.5 and value of x when y is minus 2.6. So we will be talking about the values of x and y later. First of all, the first task is that we have to complete the table and we have to find values of y for the given values of x. So the given function is y equals to minus 2 by x minus 1, and the first value which is given to us is 1 by 2 or 0.5. Mostly this question comes in paper 2, so try to make it in decimal because the calculator can be used in this concept easily. 2 divided by 0.5 will be 2 divided by 0.5 will be 4 minus 4 minus 1, and which gives me minus 5. And after getting the value, I have to insert it in front of the unknown value of x. The first requirement is done, and the second is y equals to minus 2 by x minus 1, and this gives me minus 2 by 1 minus 1, and this is minus 2 minus 1, which is equal to minus 3. Okay, minus 3. And the next value of x is 1.5. So what I have to do, I have to take the function again, y is equal to minus 2 by x minus 1, and 1 whole 1 by 2 is 1.5. Yes, minus 2 by 1.5 and minus 1, and this will give me 2 divided by 1.5, and this gives me 1.3 minus 1.3 decimal. If I'm removing the decimal, it will give me 10. 5 2s are 5 3s are. Okay, minus 1.3 3 minus 1, so minus 2.33 minus 2.33. Okay, minus 2.33. Okay, after that, okay, let me draw the line here so that my students can see the values carefully. They should not mix the values with other values. Okay, this goes with this, and then now for x equals to 2, y is equal to minus 2 by x minus 1, y equals to minus 2 by 2 minus 1. This goes with this, and I'm left with minus 1, which is equal to minus 2. For x 2, y is minus 2. And then the next is that we have to find the value of y when x is 2.5, minus 2 by x minus 1, and this gives me minus 2 by 2.5 minus 1. So 2 by 2.5, 2 divided by 2.5, 0.8, 0.8 minus 0.8 minus 1, and this is minus 1.8 minus 1.8, and then the next is y equals to minus 2 by x and minus 1, and this will give me minus 2 by 3 minus 1. 2 divided by 3 is 0.6, 2 minus 0.6 minus 1, and it will give me minus 1.6 minus 1.6, and the next is y equals to minus 2 by x minus 1, and this is minus 2 over 3.5 minus 1. 2 divided by 3.5, this gives me 0.57 minus 1, and this is minus 1.57. Let me double check my calculation. 2 divided by 3.5, yes, and minus 1, this gives me 1.57, and for 4, the last value is 4. Y equals to minus 2 by x minus 1 minus 2 by 4 minus 1. This is 1 by 2. 2 divided by 4, 0.5 minus 1.5. Okay, now the table values are complete, and it's the time to go for the plotting of points. And before that, let me highlight the points so that my students can see the answers carefully. Okay, and this is minus 0.5 minus 1 minus 0.5 minus 1. Then it's the time to understand the scale which is given for both axes. 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters means 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again 1, 2, 3 and 4. And 1. Okay, on this side 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I hope the scale I've drawn, axis I've drawn for you in order to spare some time so that we can discuss the graph and the drawing of graph. 4 centimeter means that 40 small blocks are equal to 1. It's really important to understand that what will be the value of one tiny block for both axes, 1 by 40. Okay, because some of the students find it really difficult to locate the position of different values, so we should be clear about this. One small block has the value 0.025. Okay, now if block is 1, the value is 0.025. This is the value. Okay, and if the value is 1, then the block will be 1 over 0.025, 1 over 0.025, 1 divided by 0.025, and this gives me 40. Okay, now it's the time to go for the sketching. First of all, observe the values of x and y. We can see that as the values of x are increasing, values of y are also increasing. Okay, and the values of y are, all of the values of y are negative. That's why the graph is entirely below x-axis and on the in the fourth quadrant. Okay, so let's move for the plotting of the points. For x 1 by 2, as we know that 4 blocks are representing 1, so the position of 1 by 2 will be the second block, and at 1 by 2 we have to reach in front of minus 5. So my first point will be coming at this place. For 0.5, the value is minus 5. I have marked the point. Then for 1, the value of y. So first reach at 1 on x-axis, and value of y is minus 3. Reach in front of minus 3 underneath 1. that will be giving me the point at this position. And then at 1.5, this is the position of 1.5. Value of y is 2.33. So it's easy to locate 2 at this place. For 0.33, how many small blocks? I have to move 2.33 divided by 0.025, and this gives me 93.2. 93, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. This is 90 and 93. 90, and this is 1, 2, and 3. 93.2 blocks. This is 93, and then I have to move slide further as well. 0.2, 93.2, and then at positive 2, value of y is minus 2. Value of y is minus 2 at 2.5. So first reach the position of 2.5. This is the position for 2.5, and this is minus 1.8. So reaching at minus 1 is really easy. And for 1.8, how many actually total blocks I have to move divided by 0.025, that will give me 1.8 divided by 0.025. 1.8 divided by 0.025, and it gives me 72 blocks. It gives me 72 blocks. Let me remove this so that my students should not mix the points with others. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then I have to move 2 blocks, 1 and 2 blocks further. So this is a position for 72 blocks, or with 2.5, this is minus 1.8. Minus 1.8. With 3, it's minus 1.6. So 3 is at this place, and minus 1.6. For 1.6, how many blocks do we have to move? So that is 64 blocks. 64 blocks. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, and this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks. 4 blocks. And for 3.5, 1 and 2, this is the position for 3.5. 1.57. 1.57 divided by 0.025, and this gives me 0.025, 62.8 blocks. 62, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, and this is 62, and slide over here, 62.8. And for 4, this is minus 1.5. 1.5 divided by 0.025, and this is 60 blocks. For 4, this is 60 blocks. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 blocks. Okay. Now let's join all of the points with the help of smooth pencil. But be careful, there has to be no shaking and no fluctuations at all. It has to be a smooth curve. Join your points nicely with the smooth pencil. Okay, there has to be no hard strokes, so that when you are removing this pencil work, the impact and impression of the pencil work should not remain on your working, because afterwards you have to do this work in pen, because when you will be going for your O-level examination, over there your papers will be marked through scanner, and pencil work will not be marked at all. Let me do my part of the graph again, because there is certain and slight fluctuation, and over here as well, and over here as well. Okay, not bad at all. Let me remove this part as well. You can see, students, that I am joining and I am observing the trend of the graph and behavior of and the impact of the graph. The patch of the graph which is not giving me the smooth flow, I am rejoining the points so that I can get a smooth flow. Okay, let me see it again carefully. Yes, yes. No, I should not go up because my point is in front of 4 is okay. My point is at this position, so I have to move towards this side. Okay, not bad. It's the time to join all of the points with the help of permanent pen, but go gradually and slowly. No fluctuations and no shakings at all. No fluctuations and no shaking at all, because if your graph will be the fluctuated or shaky one, your values will not be the exact and accurate. You will be having error in your calculations. So let's move downwards and start from this point. Go slowly and gradually, please, so that there has to be no shaking and no fluctuations. I hope you are clear that how we are completing the table values and how we are plotting our points first, and then we are joining them with the help of smooth curve to get a nice curve. Okay, really nice work and enjoy your geometry work. Okay, and then it's the time to label the curve as well. This says for y equals to minus 2 by x minus 1. Yes, student, we are successful in getting a really smooth curve, and it's a time to discuss the next parts that says that find the value of y when x is 2.5. X is 2.5. So first locate the position of x 2.5. X 2.5 is right in between. Okay, 2.5 is already calculated in the table, but we can reassure that this is almost 1.8. X 2.5 is y minus 1.8. This is already given and in the table. It has to go a little down, and you can find slight error because in the previous part we made the curve with the help of pencil, but now as we are using the bold pen, so there has to be the little thickening due to the marker, so you can find slight error. Otherwise the value at x 2.5 is y minus 1.8, and that is already calculated and given in the table. So we'll be using the same answer here, and we'll be observing that as well. Yes, that is around 1.8. Around 1.8. Really easy and interesting questions, and I'm going really slow so that my students can understand the concept easily. Y equals to minus 1.8. And the second part is that we have to find x when y is minus 1.6. Y is minus 1.6. So first locate the position for y minus 1.6. That how many blocks do we need to move? 1.6 divided by 0.025, and this is 64 blocks. 64 blocks I have to move down. This is 40, this is 50, this is 60, and this is the position for 64th block. And let me see that what is the value of x coming at 64th position. Let me keep my ruler nicely, and this is approximately 1.6, and this is touching the curve. Okay, this is the position for my y minus 1.6, and now I have to join it towards the curve and see what is the value of x I'm getting at that time. Value of x I am getting at that time, and now I have to move towards x-axis carefully. Okay, let me see. Let me keep the ruler straight so that I can read the value accurately. This is, I have to go like this, I have to go like this. Okay, now when y is minus 1.6, this is 3, and how many blocks after 3? This is 5, 6 and 7 blocks after 3. So 7 multiplied by 0.025, and that is 0.17 or 0.2, so 3.2. So the value of x is 3.2. Slight errors are acceptable because we are drawing freehand curve, and there can be the little fluctuations in the curve, and there can be the slight differences in the values, but it should not be the big gap between the actual value and your graph value. So 1 or 2 units up and down are acceptable. Examiner gives you the range and he accepts the value if they are in that range, but no major difference at all. Okay, so I hope you are really clear about today's class. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and do not forget to press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.